Imagine a high-stress meeting. Everyone is talking over each other, voices are rising, and people are arguing just to prove they have something important to say. If you react to every interruption or every offhand comment, you become like a leaf caught in a storm. You are at the mercy of the room's energy, constantly tossed around with no control over where you land. Then someone else walks in. They don't shout, they don't try to prove their importance, they just sit down, completely comfortable in the silence. Within a minute, the entire room begins to quiet down to match their energy. They feel the same chaos as everyone else. The difference is, they operate like an anchor. The storm happens all around them, but they remain firmly planted. This observation of quiet power stretches back centuries. In the early 1500s, a diplomat named Niccolò Machiavelli spent his career watching kings and generals negotiate. He noticed that the loudest men usually lost their influence the moment they left the room. The people who held lasting power were the quiet ones. Machiavelli spent his exile distilling those observations into clear protocols. He realized that unshakable presence comes from three specific internal filters that dictate how a person processes the world. We've modernized those filters into 3 habits you can use to stay grounded in any environment. When someone insults you or delivers bad news, most of us default to a knee-jerk reaction. We either snap back immediately or we swallow the feeling and let it build into resentment. Both of these reactions are traps. The moment a single comment dictates your mood or forces you to lash out, you have handed the steering wheel of your life to the person who provoked you. The first habit to take that control back is the 5-second rule. This falling object represents an emotional reaction. When a blow lands, you don't suppress it. It drops, hitting a mental floor. Give yourself 5 full seconds to feel the emotion, taking no action. Then, on second 6, ask, does this impact the result I care about? Building this gap between the feeling and your reaction ensures you never emotionally collapse in front of a room. It demonstrates that you are the only one steering your responses. The storm isn't always a direct insult. Today, it's usually the constant stream of digital noise, coworkers, internet comments, and unsolicited advice pinging us all day long. Weighing every single one of those opinions equally leads to paralysis. You spend your energy trying to please a crowd that changes its mind by the hour, and you lose your own direction. A chaotic web of noise is cleared. Think of your attention as an exclusive club, letting only 5 voices inside. This is the 5-person room. These spots are reserved for people who have built what you're building or have a proven track record of supporting you. When you receive a critique from someone not on that list, you listen politely, note the information, and instantly let it go. Guarding your attention from the noise keeps your focus steady while everyone else is drifting. There is a risk to these first 2 habits. It is possible to stand quietly in a room and ignore criticism while lacking the skills to back up that confidence when tested. This brings us to the quiet proof. This is the weight keeping you stable. On the surface, you are calm. Beneath the water, your anchor is held firmly by your technical ability. Many people try to command a room with borrowed confidence. They brag and oversell themselves, but they fall apart in a crisis. Earned competence comes from years spent building real, undeniable skills. When your results are undeniable, the need to verbally defend your value vanishes. Your work has already made the argument for you. Competence is the ultimate silencer. An image can be shattered in a bad moment, but real ability allows you to rebuild after any collapse. Return to that noisy, chaotic meeting. The voices are overlapping, the stress is high. But now, you aren't the leaf. You have the 5-second floor to process the tension, the 5-person room to filter the noise, and the quiet proof of your own skills holding you steady. You don't have to raise your voice. You wait. Slowly, the room realizes you aren't chasing their approval. They quiet down and lean in to listen. When you demonstrate that no one else controls your internal state, the room's power dynamic shifts in your favor. Walk through the next door as the anchor.